This is called the three visual qualities of an 18 and 26 viewing angle, Lotus, Cloaked, Holodeck, Photographic Portals, Geometric Intersection. It's a long title, although I can fit that into the YouTube title slot or whatever. But I'll call it something. But the first thing I'm going to get to is the different aspects. This is a bit short run of that. This is taken of the downtown riverfront in Owensboro, and also the mall, our local mall. And this is pictures of the past, posters or canvases of the past posted onto the surfaces. This is posters or canvases of the present posted on the interior and exterior, or the interior holodeck and outside cloaking, photographic cloaking. And this the future wouldn't necessarily have to be either computer generated or any other type of creative process, because you can't photograph the future yet. You can't make a mural of the future unless it's an illustration of what could be. So that might be useful for business planners or developers to show what the park would look like 50 years from then. And that's past, present, and future. This shows a present dual corresponding photographic portal. That's another thing. It's actually pseudo present dual corresponding photographic portals, because they're not televisual. They're pseudo corresponding in the present. They may have the hologram, the holodeck, and the hologram inside, but they're not connected. If one changed its environment, the other one wouldn't. So it's pseudo. And this is a rundown, and I'll have a link to another video that explains it using the model itself that I have in my Photographic Portal Model here. But this is a holodeck invisibility, holodeck inversion, conversion, the two basic processes. The faces and edges, this shows what I've already done. That's of the downtown riverfront again, looking towards the River Park Center, and that's the holodeck inside. That's the holodeck. That's that low-tech photographic invisibility, and this shows the corner angle views. And this was a little bit more difficult part to figure out. This shows how it will all come together to create that, all the three qualities. This is the third quality. Beyond invisibility and holodeck, the photographic hologram. And I chose this image of a graveyard in a box. That's another use for this box, to remember stuff or to visit loved ones in a graveyard. I have a morbid sort of fascination, I guess, with the graveyard. But if you wanted to remember a loved one, ask them to step inside the box and or step inside the scenery and have themselves photographed at all these 26 viewing angles. And I didn't really show the image of the deceased, but too well off of the wall. It could have been presented more dramatic, but you can see the feet are out of the wall, and she would appear to be floating in the middle of the room, untethered to the walls. And what I have now, though, is a photographic portal model with a dog toy for the photographic hologram, and it's connected, hanging from a frame I call a photo cue that I use to take the pictures through. It's color-coded to guide me in where to take the pictures at and everything, at the specific angles. And I made the cube as thin as I could so it wouldn't show up in the photographs, but it's bound to show up. but it's as thin as I could possibly get it. And the images are being warped or being morphed for me by a friend in Los Angeles. Some of them haven't been done, and some of them I need to be done over or whatever. I call it a jewel in the lotus because I'm inspired by a misguided interpretation of Buddhist teachings, but it makes me think of a jewel in the lotus, so I call it a jewel in the lotus. And that's what it refers to in the other video. And I liken it to a parabolic hologram device. This is a frog toy, that's a dog toy, so frog toy, dog toy. Anyway, that's a frog toy that appears to be floating on the surface of the hologram device, the parabolic dish hologram device. But it's actually down inside. And there's a simple geometry. I wouldn't go into it, but you can look it up yourself. There's a simple geometry that it uses to cast the light at that angle. Those angles to appear to be floating on the surface. And that's pretty similar to what this photographic hologram would do. You merely take images. The box wouldn't be in the way, by the way. The frame would stand alone on a hook, and it would show the dog toy floating in midair. But when the images are put in, and all the images, the 54 on the outside and the 54 on the inside, well, the outside would be invisibility, but on the inside it would also cast the hologram, the photographic hologram, the dog toy, that I'm using to stand in for any other type of photographic hologram, a dog toy. And this is the thing that I think would really flip people out. I mean, invisibility is pretty straightforward, and holodeck, the inverse form of the holodeck, is pretty straightforward. I've done that. Low-tech invisibility, low-tech holodeck. What I haven't done is the corner angle views, and when it all comes together, all three come together and produce that photographic hologram inside, which I think is pretty cool. So, thank you.